Have you heard? Laughing Flower suddenly appears like a superhero, rushing to Auntie to unveil the malicious report truth, leaving even the prop surprised. Laughing Flower, misunderstood as supporting Auntie, secretly investigated and lured the prop out to gossip. She deliberately asks the prop why it gave Auntie's case to the prosecutor, who replies excitedly, "For good. Our return path." But Laughing Flower didn't buy it and continued her detective work, only to find Auntie was indeed involved. What a twist of fate. Little did she know, the prop was also playing tricks. Working out the share transfer, it felt like a card game. Auntie stubbornly declares she'd rather work as a labourer than sell her shares to the prop. Talk about a strong-willed individual. But the prop reminds Auntie her jail isn't a big deal, it's Uncle and Grandpa's reputation's a family crisis. Signing the share transfer agreement was her only way out. Auntie tearily pressed the seal, resembling a clumsy silent play gone wrong. Laughing Flower finds Auntie escaped embezzlement of punishment, but faced admin fine due to secret settlement, a tale of avoidance. Laughing Flower blasts, her debt caused company collapses and hundreds lost jobs. Are we just going to let this slide? Just then the boss bangs the table. "Kid, what are you doing?" Laughing Flower, feeling defeated, finds the prop for drinks, sighing, "I studied law top, never imagined I'd be imprisoned by rules." The minister warns if she persists, she'll be sent to remote town, becoming an obscure prosecutor till retirement. Hearing this, Laughing Flower freaked out. Turns out she was a coward too, and decided to swagger out in style. The prop was about to head home when suddenly, on TV, she spotted Laughing Flower's favourite singer, igniting a spark in her heart. She dashed off to chase after Laughing Flower. She grabs Laughing Flower, exhilarated, showing her the news that the singer was back, saying, "I told you he'd return after 5 years." Just when they were sharing a kiss, an enormous net quietly loomed in. Talk about an unexpected twist. The net pullers are actually Grandpa's 3 nephews, who have been at each other's throats for the inheritance rights. What a comedic blunder. The second uncle tells Auntie Kiwi the prop seems to have psychic abilities, selling shares ahead of time. Auntie Kiwi seemed to catch on, but said there's no direct evidence. The second uncle quickly devised, "We don't need a courtroom for this, let's let the newspaper do our dirty work." Thus, the next day's newspaper had the little grandson of Shenyang catching the headlines, "Now that's a gentleman." But Miracle Company's phone lines exploded. Investors flocked to pull out, leaving Wu Shixian completely baffled. Flustered, Wu Shixian rushed to ask the prop how much cash they needed, then sprinted to Grandpa's, just in time. However, the second uncle had been secretly plotting away. This was their first encounter since they were alone together. The two shared a wordless understanding, as the big sister tried giving the prop a cold glare, warning, "Be careful." They were all smart cookies. Some things don't need detailing, everyone knows what's what. Between the lines lay torrents of undercurrents. After hearing the prop's account, Grandpa instantly transformed into a nonchalant elder, as if saying, this has nothing to do with me." The second uncle patted the prop's shoulder. "When my nephew's in trouble, of course we've got to jump in to help." But little did they know, Grandpa flipped the script. "Now that's a good idea." Second uncle should offer a great deal for the prop. I'd much rather favour his son over handing the inheritance to the lethal grandson. What a seasoned businessman. The prop calmly stated, "Our only option is to sell off our overseas assets. A $400 billion pull means the second uncle swiftly devours our firm. A wealth showdown." Wu Shixian immediately opposed. "I can't touch the overseas assets of Miracle Company. Selling now is akin to declaring bankruptcy." Yet the prop insisted on selling since she was in the know about the impending 911 disaster. Meanwhile, the second uncle was oblivious, secretly liquidating all the overseas assets the prop had been selling off. He bribed the prop's driver and successfully acquired the investment information. Talk about clever tactics. After the 911 incident occurred, overseas markets took a hit, while the prop was ready with cash everywhere to buy low. Instead of cashing in on misfortune, he donated some profits and, under Miracle Company's banner, bought high-quality stocks. This series of actions instantly restored confidence, making Miracle Company the sole comeback star in the market. Meanwhile, the second uncle gazed at Miracle Company's soaring stock, filled with regret. How could the market rebound so quickly after such a catastrophic incident? At that moment, the prop appeared at Uncle's office and casually said, "I knew you were following my stock buys. But I never told you about my previous sell-off decision," leaving the second uncle stunned like he'd been struck by lightning. The second uncle wanted to explode but restrained himself, simmering in his frustration. He just couldn't take it anymore. From then on, the second uncle Shenyang Enterprises belonged to the prop. Distraught, he sought solace in alcohol. Madness ensued as he looked for his father. What a farce. He swaggered up, ready to confront his father, but the old chairman simply stared at him, uninterested in his antics. Looking at his nephew he once wanted to inherit, the old chairman felt extremely disappointed. The inheritance dream dashed. With an overly mediocre eldest son and a completely inept grandson, the only one left to inherit the family business was the prop. The next day, the prop stepped outside and bumped into Ben Bao. A golden opportunity dropped from the sky. This was a venue Grandpa specially prepared for the press. The journalists were already tipsy with excitement. Grandpa fetching the prop surprised the second and first uncle, who weren't invited. A real twist.